Welcome to the flight training course. In this lesson, we'll cover the process of getting an aircraft into the air. To start, we need to learn how to power up this mighty bird and safely taxi it to the runway. The first thing I'll ask you to do is to turn on the electrical power by pressing right shift plus L. With the electrical power now engaged, you can see the instruments come to life and the cockpit is bathed in various lights. Now close the canopy by pressing left control plus C. Our next step is to start the left throttle should be set to idle. While the left engine indicator registers further increase in RPM, monitor the corresponding increase of oil pressure and gas temperatures. Once left RPM is stabilized, start the engine by pressing right control plus home. While the right engine spins up, turn on the cockpit lights by pressing L. Turn on the navigation lights by pressing right control plus L. Slide the flaps control switch on the right-hand throttle to the auto position by pressing left shift plus F twice. Check whether full is indicated on the flaps indicator in the upper left part of the instrument panel. On the right side of the flaps indicator, there is a pitch trim indicator. You can improve your view by lowering the camera, right control, plus right shift, plus number 2 to see it. Then zoom in by pressing the asterisk on the number pad. By repeatedly pressing right control, period, adjust the pitch trim to takeoff position by placing an arrow against the 8 on the indicator. Reset the initial view position by pressing 5 on the number pad and enter on the number pad. Then press the space bar to continue. Switch on the landing taxi lights by pressing right Alt plus L. To engage extended nose wheel steering, press left Alt plus Q. This will allow for precise control during taxiing. Visually locate the taxiway ahead of you. You will need to turn onto the taxiway. To turn right, to press the right pedal, X. Note here that the left pedal is associated with the Z button. Okay, let's get moving. In order to roll out, increase RPM by gently pushing the throttle forward. Use number plus and minus to control throttle forward and aft movements. Once at the desired speed, immediately reduce the throttles to just keep the momentum. Apply the wheel brakes, W, for slowing down further, or stopping when necessary. Keep around 60% RPM while taxiing. Slow down and be careful at turns. As you taxi, use pedals for small and smooth rudder corrections to keep you aligned on the center of the taxiway. As you approach the runway threshold, turn to the left, Z, and align the aircraft strictly along the runway center line. Apply the wheel brakes, W, to a full stop. Forward 5, hold position. Forward 5, hold position. Forward 5, hold position. Forward 5, hold position.
Call key. Forward 5. Request takeoff.
Forward 5. Call key. You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at... Press left control, left alt, plus Q to place the nose strut control switch into the extend position. This will extend the strut and pitch up the nose for getting the correct takeoff angle of attack for the wings. This will noticeably reduce the length of the takeoff run. Use the number pad plus to move the throttle full forward. Increase the speed to 60 knots and disengage expanded wheel steering by pressing left alt plus Q. Use gentle rudder inputs Z and X to keep you on the center line. Increase speed to 155 knots and smoothly pull back on the stick down to raise the nose so that the bottom of the sight glass is aligned with the horizon. After taking off from the runway, push the stick back to the trim position. After retracting the gear, the flaps indication full switches to auto, and then the flaps position will be controlled automatically without further pilot interactions. As you proceed and the speed increases, use right control semicolon and right control period to set the trim back to neutral. Climb at a speed of no less than 300 knots indicated airspeed. Okay, you're in the air now, and that is the end of the lesson. You may press the escape button to exit the mission.